Hey everyone, in this little video, Coreldraw video, I want to show you how you can, well it's right here, fit objects to a path. And what I think is pretty neat to be doing this is like say thread. Say you're gonna, you want to print something like in leather and you want it to be like a thread type item. Say for instance, let's see here. Right here. Like here's a logo hat design right here, and we got this thread that's fit to a path, and it actually looks like when you look at it after it's printed, it actually looks like thread. So if we go back here, all we got to do is design the thread. Sorry for making you blurry here, but this is a let me copy this. Copy, Control V, Control C, Control V, and I'm going to get this out so you can look at it and see what it is here. So if we ungroup this, and then we can move this around. So this is just an oblong black symbol, and then this is, if you ever look at thread in a picture, it doesn't really look just flat. It looks like it has some waviness to it and stuff like that. So all these are just little little pieces that I've drawn. This piece selected right now, this is the whole back part. Looks kind of like a hot dog. So if I just hit Control Z and go back to where it is there, hit Control Z, put that back where it is. Now this is the needle hole that the black part is the hole that the needle would make. So if we, let's see here, let's just delete this one because I think I ungrouped it and stuff. Let's go ahead and copy another one. Copy, Control C, Control V. Okay, so now what you can also do is you can select it, and then you can hit your plus on your keyboard, and then you can push your shift in and just, or actually click on the middle of it, push your shift in, and that's going to keep it straight up and down for you. So if I'm looking at where that hole is, now what I needed to do, I needed to put this underneath there. So I'll go Control and then page down. That way the thread is on top and it's going to that hole. Now, if you want to, you can take this. This is, let's see, if we go up here to our measurements, that is 0.148 in length, okay? So if we go here and we put our nudge, 0.148, hit enter. Now, when we go here and we go copy, Control C, and then you can either hit plus on your keyboard or Control V. Now, when we go to move that, well, actually, let me delete that one. Let me show you what else you can do here, okay? So you go here and you go plus on your keyboard, then you hit your right arrow one time. Now see, this actually moved it the exact amount this is. So that wasn't right. So this thing is 0.148. So let's delete that one. Let's go back up here to the top, and let's set our nudge for, I forget what it was. Let's set it for 0.13 and hit enter. Then we're going to select that. We're going to hit plus on our keyboard. Then we're going to hit our right arrow key. And that's getting pretty close. And then what we'd do is we'd hit Control and then page down. And see, all we're doing here is, this is the hole. The black thing is the hole the needle would pierce into your material, and then here's the thread. And that way, like when you go over here and look at this, you can just tell. Well, let me let's see something here. Let me get a let me go here to this one. We go to objects. Let's see, is that on layer 1? Let's see something here. Group of objects. Yeah. let's see something here. Layer 3, layer 1. What did I do with those? That's the thing when you're making videos. You can't find anything. Nothing works like it said, but let's just go ahead and take this over here. We'll hit Control C. Go back to that other file we're working on here. We'll go Control V. So it ended up down here on the bottom somewhere. Okay. Let's see something here. That is a group. Let's ungroup that. And let's see something here. That's that. That's that. Trying to get my piece of leather out here. Okay, here's the piece of leather out here. And if we put this over here, and let's get that down. Let's see something here. Got to get it down below all those threads. And you see them start to come through there. Okay, so you see them start to come through here. And now you can see, now on this, here's my needle piercing hole, here's my thread. When you look at it, that is actually what it looks like. Let's go back and let's grab this again over here. Let's copy that. Let's copy, come back into here. So let's paste this again because I took that one apart, which is fine, but we'll move this over. But see, this is actually what, now this one I have a background behind that thread, so the thread shows up better. Okay, so what I would do is to achieve this goal, all you have to do is make any kind of frame. If I make a circle, hold my control down to make a perfect circle. So let's do this. Okay, let's move this piece of leather over here. Let's go here. Okay. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and actually let's get this smaller. See how that fits in here. All right. We just want that to fit in there. Don't want it too big because it makes your leather look funky. So if we go up here and we say, okay, we're gonna power clip this. Okay. So to power clip, we're gonna take we're gonna click on that. Oops, it actually didn't put us up for power clip. Let's go here to power clip again. Let's select something. Hit power clip. Okay, place inside frame. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to hit exit. We're going to click on our bitmap, which is the piece of leather, and then we're going to go power clip, place inside frame, and this circle is going to be our frame. Okay, so here we have this leather inside this frame power clipped. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlay this thread inside of there. Now I can do it in a circle, I can do it in a square, and you do have to kind of manipulate it, manipulate it a little bit to get it to work. So if we go and we draw another circle, hold my control down, I hit in the center there, which that didn't work, but we just grab it, go back here, it'll tell us where the center is, right there. Okay, we're in the center. Let's make that a hair bigger. Okay, all right. So now if we come over here and let's just copy that thread there. Let's go Control V, move that over just so you can see where we're going to be working here. We'll zoom in. And now if I go fit object to path, and it's going to ask me when I come over here to the right side, it's going to say one object selected, and then I'm going to hold shift down, and I'm going to select that circle. And I'll know here in a second if I have that circle selected. So I'm going to start out with putting 10 threads on there. Okay, so I hit apply. And there's the 10 threads there. Now, you also can go over here and you can click on keep original. So let's do that. Let's Control Z to undo that. Now if we hit that again, see our original stays over here. We didn't lose it, which is okay. I mean, you could get it back, but I don't like that. Of course, there's not enough on there, so I'm going to go to Control Z, and then I'm going to go, well, what's it going to be? 45 of those? And this is the only thing you do have to figure out how this is going to work here. Okay, so now you can see I don't have quite enough because I got a little space between there. So I'm going to go Control Z, but I know I'm actually pretty close, and then I'm going to go 50. Okay, and I'm still not quite where I want to be. I'll zoom in here, zoom in the other side, and check this. It's not quite where I want to be, so I'm going to Control Z to get rid of them all again. And now this time I'm going to just put 60 in there. So let's see what 60 does. And 60 looks really good. You see my thread, you see my hole that the needle made, the black part, and then the thread goes into that hole. So everything looks right there. And you could, when you go to print that or make your sticker or whatever you're making with this, your sign, if you were wanting to, yeah, you could go view, you could go wireframe, and we could get in here and we could grab this. We could grab this part right here. Let's see here. So I go Control Alt. Now I've got that inner circle selected. Let's see. Maybe I don't have it selected. Let's Control Alt. Let's see if we get something going here. Usually you can tell if you got that selected, but let's move that and see. Okay, yeah. So then I'm gonna hit Control Z, go back there. Now what I want to do, go back to my normal view. And now what I want to do is I want to change that that outline of that circle. Now you see I just did it there, and it's coming out. But a lot of leather workers and stuff, they'll make a groove in there where they stitch in. So if we go 3, that's coming out. Maybe that's what it would look like, something like that right there too. And maybe it wouldn't be black. It could be. A lot of times they antique it and stuff. But so maybe we put, oops, that's not what we want to do. We want to right click on that, and then that gave us like a brown for our groove and our black for our stitch hole. The stitch hole will usually look black because it's deeper into the leather or whatever surface you're putting these stitches in. But that's just an easy way to add stitching in Coreldraw. And we easily could have, we could easily have done that in a square also. So if I put a square right here, and I go over here, and I select that right there. Now I've already got the fit object to the path, and I've already got something selected here. And let's leave it on 60. Let's go ahead and hold Shift in. And we'll select that. Oops, I don't think we selected that. Let's see something here. Okay, then we'll hold Shift in. Let's all Control Shift and Alt and make sure we get that selected. I don't think we got that selected. Got it selected there. Got this selected. So I got one selected. So if I hit Shift in again. Okay, let's see. Let me just hit apply and see what it does here. Okay, yep. So we're selected here. And when we go to look at it here, we got way too many of them on there. Okay, so we're hit Control Z, we'll go back and we'll change this to 45. Then we'll hit apply. And let's zoom in, see what we got, see how it looks there. Okay, now we're covering up those stitch holes, so it still isn't quite right. So let's go Control Z to undo that. Let's just see what 35 looks like. Okay, so our stitch holes are perfect now. And we are gonna, on some of these, if they don't, size-wise, if they don't fit in perfectly, you will have to adjust them also. So, but there are ways of doing it too. You can you know, convert that square into a curve. Just do one piece at a time. Let me show you how I do that. If that actually works, let me try that here. Okay, let's grab a square, put it right there, and let's make sure that is square too. Let's see something here. Let's go 1.5 by 1.5. Make sure we got a perfect square here. It doesn't really matter, but let's just see. So we're going to select our thread there. We're going to go up. I'm just going to select it. It's already highlighted or checked here, so it is still working, and I do see it up there too. So I got one selection there, and then I'm going to just click on that. I don't think you got to hold shift. Oh, yeah, you do. All right, so you got to select that, hold shift, then select what you're trying to put it around. All right, there we go. Let's hit apply. Okay. Oh, you know what we were gonna do? I'm sorry. We were gonna take this and I was gonna convert that to a curve. And then after I convert that to a curve, let's see here. Yeah, I just grab my shape tool, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna break that apart, and then I'm gonna break this one apart, and break this apart, and break this apart. Alright, then we're going to go, when we click on this, let's see, and then we're going to right click, and then we're going to go break curve apart. Now when we click this, see how we just have that top bar of that square? Okay, so now I'm going to select my thread, hold the shift down, and I'm going to click that bar right there. Now I'm just going to change this to 15, see what that looks like. Now I'm just going to be putting the thread on the top bar, and that's what it looks like right there. So I got too many, I can tell that. So Control Z, let's just see what let's see what 12 would look like. Okay, 12's too many. Control Z, let's see what 8 looks like. Okay, 8's not enough because I've got space in between here. So Control Z, 8. Let's see what 10 looks like. And there are, and there's a lot of other settings you can mess around with over here too. You saw me keep original. That just keeps the original that you're putting on a path. Keeps the original, so you don't have to keep drawing it or find it again. So there I went 10. And 10 is, well, for our spacing, 10 is not actually enough. So let me show you what I mean by the spacing. Now, right here, I want this thread to be over here inside this hole, how this thread right here is inside that hole. So I'm going to Control Z, get rid of that. I'm going to go 12 on there. Let's see what 12 looks like. Okay, 12 is too much. Now I don't have enough space in there. Alright, so let's go see what 11 looks like. Alright, 11's good. Now you gotta understand too, this stuff is gonna be tiny. It's not like you really have to mess around with this too much, but so here's what we do. Then we'll go and we're gonna select that piece of thread again, and we're gonna hold shift, and we're gonna select this bar on there, and then we're gonna put 11 on there. Same thing. We're just gonna do that right there. Okay. Now this is all selected. So then I'm just gonna arrow that down. Oops. actually changing over here because I'm in there. Yeah, let's go here. Oops. Okay. I need to select that. Okay. Let's go here. Select all the way around there. That's not a good way to select that either. All right. Let's undo that. And then let's go back. Let's put it back on there. Now I'm just going to grab this, move it off of there. Then I'm just going to copy that. Just Control C, Control V, and now I'm going to put this back in here. Yeah, and I should have left the bar there so I knew where it was, but I can see this bar down here on the bottom, so I'll be able to figure it out where it's at here. So I would just grab this here because this is all selected still, and I want that to be right. I want it to be right here is where I want it to be, so it looks like it actually is exactly how it is. And that's how. Now when you have corners and stuff when you're stitching. Now I got my nudge screwed up still, because when you set your nudge, it's going to stay how you got it set. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that even, this top and this top even right there. But that's kind of how it'd look in a hole if you're actually doing sewing. Okay? Then I would go here, and so I'm really good here. I'm going to delete this one. Okay? And you see how I had this, my bar, that bar right there. But if we select this and we go back up here, see it's moved that far. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and move that back up to there. So it was probably about right there. Yeah. But anyways, I'm just trying to show you guys how, if you really need to make it perfect, how you can do that. You can move, you know, all this stuff around. But anyways, that's how you construct a thread with Coreldraw. And if you got any questions, put them in the comments. And I think the channel I'm going to probably put this on is printing for money. And maybe, I don't know, I might put it on iWatchILearn.com too. Who knows?